And now to a troubling trend on Colorado roads.
New data shows teen traffic deaths have nearly doubled over the past decade.
Fox News 1's Carolyn Felling joins us here in the studio to explain why officials say the 100 deadliest days of summer are especially dangerous for young drivers. Carolyn.
Yeah, Rob, Rachel, CDOT is reminding their teens that their actions behind the wheel matter. You can see in this graph showing traffic deaths among teens aged 15 to 20 in Colorado reached a record high in 2025 with 86 drivers and passengers killed in the spike, marks a 91% increase in deadly crashes involving young people since 2015.
My son's name is Logan.
A parent should never have to bury their child.
I am one of those mothers who did get the call.
That's what happened to Tamara Rollison.
He didn't make it home.
It's why she decided to become a voice for CDOT, to make sure other teens in our state don't become a grim statistic.
If anyone is listening or heeding any of the safety messaging that I have, I think if I can make a difference, that would honor my son.
A recent release from CDOT says crash deaths involving teens in Colorado have increased by 91% in the past decade.
He was speeding. He was young. He didn't have the experience to correct. He lost control of his vehicle, and he slammed his truck into a tree.
86 drivers and passengers between the ages of 15 and 20 lost their lives on roads last year. Just last summer, 225 people were killed in crashes across the state, and 16% of those victims were in that age bracket.
I did everything I could and that I knew to do to set a good example for my son. He decided one night to drive too fast. And the thing is, the accident or the crash occurred less than a half mile from our house.
Of those 86, 16 were taken too soon in El Paso County. Rollison hopes other people obey the laws of the road because 3 seconds can change your life forever.
And that's what cost him his life.
She says 4 out of 10 teen drivers killed in crashes last year were not wearing their seatbelt.
They need to practice that as a habit once they get their driver's license so that their mothers don't get the call that I did.
Her message to young drivers: it's a mother's job to worry, but it's your job to put down your phone, obey the speed limit, buckle up, and never drive under the influence.
I have lived it. And I can tell you, you do not want to go through that.
Now, beginning on January 1st of 2027, Colorado will implement new driver education requirements for young drivers. Coming up at 10, find out how these new laws can impact you and your family. Rob, Rachel.
Yes.